Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. In this lesson, I'll be going through frequency ranges, audio spectrum, and instrument ranges. This is an important lesson and it will be very helpful for you all in developing your mixing skills. So, buckle up and enjoy the lesson. Guys, there are all sort of charts out there that shows the different frequency ranges and which instrument creates sound in those ranges. But when it comes to mixing range, then there are very few charts and are confusing as they all differ from each other. So I have come up with a simple chart which I guess might help you all in understanding things in a better way. We all know that 20 Hz to 20 kHz is our audio spectrum range, and below 20 Hz down to zero point 0.1 Hz is known as infrasonic frequencies, and frequencies above 20 kHz to 20,000 Hz is known as ultrasonic frequencies. But over here we'll be focusing on our audio spectrum range, which is no doubt 20 Hz to 20 kHz. So let's look at the chart which I have prepared for you all. Guys, this chart is just for visual representation and exact value may differ according to scientific research. But I am quite sure that this chart will help you all in understanding this topic in a better way. As most of the chart out there shows you the frequency spectrum in a flat horizontal graph, but instead I have prepared this chart in a vertical way. During mixdown, it is very beneficial to visualize things in the vertical way rather than in the flat horizontal way. Just like our XYZ axis. Over here you can see X axis from left to right represent panning of instruments. Y axis from top to bottom represent instrument frequency spectrum. And Z axis from front to back represents the instrument loudness. So over here, X and Z axis of the panning and loudness is the easiest. But what about the Y axis, the audio spectrum range? No doubt this is where equalizers come into play and is the key tool for your mixing skills. Great, let's have a look at the chart again. From top to bottom, the frequencies are divided into 10 sections, and each section is carrying a specific name for the range. The lowest frequency I have kept it at bottom as it creates the longest wavelength and occupy the maximum available space. The highest frequency I have kept it at the top as it creates the shortest wavelength and occupy a very little space. In between lies the division of other frequency which have got different characteristics according to mixing terminologies. During mixdown, we can make instrument loud or soft and can pan them right to left according to their preferences. But when it comes to frequency masking, then it becomes challenging. In general, overlapping of different instrument frequencies over one another in an audio spectrum range is called frequency masking. Instruments with mid and high frequencies are not hard to place in the mix, but instrument with low frequencies is very hard to place in the mix, as they have the tendency to occupy large space and only one can have that lower space at a time. But engineers have come up with a tool known as equalizer, and with the help of it, we can sure overcome this masking problem. No doubt equalizers play a big role in frequency masking adjustment, but gain control and panning of instrument also have their very important role in the mixdown. So let's see how this chart can help you out in mixing with the equalizers. So you all can see that we have got a range from 20 kHz to 20 Hz from top to bottom. And in between we have got frequency division which have got their specific names. You guys can see the triangular shadow which represent the frequency of a full range instrument. And this is how in practical a instrument frequency occupies space. Instrument with upper, mid and high frequency occupy very little space in the mix. And in practical, you guys can put a lot of instrument in the mix if they have got frequency above 1 kilohertz. But as you all can see, the louder end of the shadow, it have occupy a whole space. And in general, instrument with mid, low or deep bass fight for the same place. Low frequencies are unidirectional and they have always got the center space in the mix. No matter what, they cannot be panned as it would be a useless job. Do not be surprised, but all club sound systems are in mono. So in practical, low frequencies are always centered. But what if we place more than one instrument at the same place in the lower end? In practical, no doubt it would be sounding boomy. Frequency will add up and amplify. It would be a complete mess. This is what happened to a poorly mixed low end. Kick and bass with the same frequency range fight for the same place. And in order to give space to both of them, we need to mix them together with a side chain trick, which we can learn in module 3. This same thing can happen if more than one instrument with same frequency range are placed at the same place in the top end. They will add up and amplify, or the louder instrument will mask the softer instrument. So what's the solution? How can we define a place for the multiple instrument in the mix and make them all breathe and make them all sound clear and punchy? Well, the solution is no doubt a perfect mix down. So without any further delay, let's jump straight into the mix down. But let's first see a visual representation of multiple instrument in the mix space. So as you all can see, it looks like a mess, and in reality it will be a mess too. The more the instrument in the mix, the more challenging it gets, as they all will have very little space to breathe. But not to worry, we got the tools and skills to do the right job. No doubt a mix with a little number of selected instruments can have a very spacious and punchy mix down. But a mix with large number of tracks need to follow a simple guideline for a spacious mix down. Number 1, that is equalization. Number 2, panning of instruments. Number 3, gain control. Number 4, automation. These 4-step guideline can make your overall track mix down spacious and can make it breathe. So let's get started with the equalizer first.